Attempt a critical appreciation of the Book of Job. The Book of Job is best known as one of the poetic books of the Old Testament of the Bible. While the book has been the subject of theological discussion and teaching since ancient times, the Book of Job defies a strict literary classification. As Paul Weers has commented, that the Book of Job is surely one of the very great works of literature of the world. It touches the core of existence. Critics have divided the books of Job into three sections: a prose prologue, a poetic dialogue, and a prose epilogue. The prologue provides an ideal picture of a semi nomadic sheikh named Job who is virtuous, prosperous, and immensely happy. Thereafter, a challenge is made between God and Satan to punish Job so that Job will curse God, but God denies to believe such expectation from Job, and he agrees to Satan's challenge. A huge destruction befalls Job, and every component of his wealth is destroyed, and even his children. Instead of this all, he is inflicted with a skin disease. In the prologue, Job's three friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, stay with Job's affliction for 7 days, and they speak that misfortune must be a punishment for some hidden sin. The speeches of Elihu, a younger friend who also interferes in defense of God, in the final section, and God answered Job with declaration of omnipotence, after which Job repents. In the epilogue, Yahweh rebukes Job's friends and restores Job's property and wealth. The book of Job has incited multi-interpretation concerning human suffering and divine justice. Traditional religious teaching has insisted the patience of Job in the state of suffering and ultimately faith will be rewarded as found in it through divine justice. Much debate also surrounds the mysterious relationship between God and Job. God gives no explanation for Job's affliction but offers a poetic description of his own omnipotence and natural wonders of creation. The essential theme of the book of Job is the human inability to understand a deity who functions outside the region of worldly justice. The subject matter of the book of Job is all important question. Why should innocent people have to suffer when at some time the guilty escape suffering and are permitted to have comfort, situation and security? The book divides into five parts in the present time, which are the prologue, the symposium, the speeches of Elihu, the natures of poem, the epilogue. The book appears to have been written as a direct challenge and people are punished according to their merits. The prologue consists books first two chapters in which a risk is made between Yahweh and Satan. Satan challenges God that no one serves him except for selfish reason, but God disagrees and presents Job as honest man who fears God and denies evil as an example. In order to prove Job's loyalty, God permits Satan to punish him with most serious pain. Through all of this suffering, Job never complains. His only response is, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." Even Job's wife urged him to curse God and die in order to gain relief from his suffering. The symposium It consists of speeches of Job and each of his three friends. It tells a very different story. In the first speech, Job cursed the day that he was born because he was conscious of not doing any wrong. Eliphaz said that honesty people do not suffer, but only guilty people are punished in this fashion. Bildad supports Eliphaz and says that God never acts unrighteously. Jophar comments that Job is not being punished as much as he deserves, for Yahweh is both a just and a merciful God. The epilogue. In the epilogue, the last chapter of the book, the nature of poems are presented as speeches by Yahweh and they are addressed to Job. Job accepts the justice of Yahweh and repents for all that he said in his own defense. After this all, Yahweh returns Job's all the material wealth that was taken away from him and even doubling the amount of property that Job originally possessed. The book of Job does not present concrete solution about why innocent people suffer. It has been argued that the book does not fit into a single literary genre. Rather, it's another interwove some literary forms. Consequently, it can be concluded that the book of Job is a mixed genre in which it's another expertly blended a variety of literary types in order to serve the function of the book. Thus, it may also be called the finishing touches to the literary masterpiece known as the Book of Job. Thank you.